Hi there, everybody. I hope you are all doing well and you're safe at this really tricky time that we're going through. I'm really delighted to be joined with Monica today to be speaking and telling you a little bit more about how to overcome fear and anxiety during this time. My name is Pinky Ghadiali, and I help women all over the globe overcome fear, anxiety, imposter syndrome, and really feeling doubt, self-doubt. We all, at some point in our lives, have felt that feeling of doubt and limiting beliefs. We tend to limit ourselves and we don't achieve the goals that we necessarily want to achieve because we hold ourselves back. And I help you achieve that. And my main and primary aim for this is for you to feel more relaxed and less anxious during this time. And I'm going to share some tips and tools with you to help you with that. I also have an online community of women globally, which is netwomen.co, and I also help women help them be promoted on there. I host networking events and mastermind groups, and we also help you by promoting your business on there. So if you're interested in getting involved, please contact me. There are lots of visualizations, videos, PDFs, things that can help you in your business or your career if you are struggling and you need help and support. I started that 5 years ago, and I founded it because it is for women who are feeling alone, whether that be in their career or in their business. And as a person who has experienced anxiety during my childhood, I can safely say that that returned when lockdown hit just over 3 months ago. And I feel it's important for me to share the symptoms that I found, that then you can then become aware of your symptoms before they get to the point where you feel overwhelmed or you can't focus on things and feel too stressed to deal with them. So things like your heart racing, your palms getting sweaty, you feel like a tightness in your chest, or you might feel slightly sick. You might also feel like your head is really full and you can't think of anything else apart from what if. And when you're worrying about what if, it's things that haven't even happened yet. So they're the things that I was finding difficult. In the first week of lockdown, I found it very hard. I was feeling that sense of anxiety until I started using some techniques again and refocusing and making sure that I was really experiencing the real things in life that were most important to me. And sometimes we lose our sense of routine, and that was one of the things. I wasn't in routine anymore, and it felt strange to me. And as humans, we love routine. So if you have found that you've lost your routine of doing things that you normally do, then I suggest you get back into it. Things like going to bed at a certain time and waking up at a certain time to help you. And also going out and exercising at a certain time. If you've done that in the past, carry it on. We are noticing as well that it's a bit of a groundhog day, where each day we wake up and it's exactly the same thing and the same four walls. So change the scenery. And we're desperate also to connect, to hug, to have that contact with humans. That is, again, our nature. We love to connect. So again, when that opportunity arises, I'm definitely going to be out there hugging. And I'm sure many of you are in the same boat. There's also the financial worry that many of us have at this time. And I think there's certain things that you need to put into perspective, and that is, this is not going to last forever. Yes, it might be a new normal for us, but things are getting better. We are coming out of the other side, and it is looking brighter. So stop and breathe and pause. And I'm going to share with you something at the end where I will tell you a little bit more about the 4-step process of helping you with that realignment, that adjustment, and that awareness. The basic needs right now, I want to ask you what you feel your basic needs are right now, because at the moment we're talking about safety and we're talking about crisis. So a lot of that is just looking after yourself, making sure that you have food, you have water, you have rest, you have a roof over your head, you can go out in the fresh air and enjoy that and spend more time doing things that you weren't able to do in the past. For instance, spending time with my son, who would normally be at school. I've been able to enjoy time baking with him, planting seeds, tomato seeds, potatoes, doing things in the garden that I was never doing with him before. And also working out at home, which is a new concept for me because I like to go to the gym. So we have to adapt and change to our new normal, to the way it fits for you. So what is it that brings joy in your life? Have a think about what you like doing. You might want to go for a long walk and enjoy the fresh air and nature. And I really, really urge you to do that, because that's so good for your mind, body, and your soul, getting out into nature. And it's about not reacting and being in the present moment. It really is. And that will really help you. So the first thing that I always say to people is to practice gratitude, because that increases your mental health, wellness, and happiness by 25%. And it doesn't matter what situation you're in, there is always something to be thankful and grateful for. And that will help you grow and evolve, because there's always that something. Write it down, maybe 3, maybe 5 things every single day. And sometimes doing it before going to bed gives you a sounder sleep, and you sleep much better, because some of us have not been sleeping as well as we were before. That isn't going to make you be that productive in the daytime and the following day. So focusing on what you can control. If you're feeling those waves and good and bad, maybe grade them from 1 to 10 about how you're feeling. And in the moment, if you find that you aren't feeling the best, sometimes it's easy to just sit in your own space and just close your eyes and breathe. And even if it means just having a cup of tea, just to breathe through it. And one of the main ways of breathing, I find, is using a inhale through the nose and going out of your mouth and holding when you're breathing in. So it's a really good box breathing technique that I use, and sometimes used in yoga practice as well towards the end, and meditation practice as well. So I'll go through that with you at the end so that you get an idea of what to do when you feel anxious and you start noticing those symptoms. I would suggest that if you leave it to a 10, that is probably going to be the point where you are really not in a good way. So I'd like you to become more self-aware. So check in with yourself maybe a few times in the day, and if you feel that you are feeling, say, a 5 on the scale of feeling anxious, then at that point perhaps start implementing this breathing technique and writing a gratitude journal. The second thing I would say is build relationships online, because right now we can't connect physically with anybody, but actually doing it virtually, because we are all facing isolation right now. And loneliness is becoming the world's biggest epidemic and growing. the lockdown has not helped one bit. Mental health is on an all-time low. People are suffering. So luckily we have Wi-Fi connection, be it great sometimes, not so good like today. Sometimes we've been able to build digital connections, and I certainly have with netwomen.co, people, leaders, women all around the world who can help you and talk with you, and building those relationships has been absolutely brilliant for me. And the routine, I was talking about routine. Set those alarms, make sure that you're not sitting and working from home all day long. That is not productive. Take breaks, schedule those breaks, tea breaks every 20 minutes. Make sure you get up and refresh yourself. Make sure you get dressed as well. A lot of people aren't even getting dressed in the morning and staying in their pajamas. I think if you remind yourself to get dressed in the morning, it kind of puts you in the routine for the day. I certainly can't walk around in my pajamas all day, because that is just not who I am and who I ever have been. However, if you do fall out of routine, that can sometimes happen. So I suggest getting out of your pajamas and getting dressed. Eat well and also exercise. Key things, key elements to keep your immunity up and keep you functioning. And then finally, this is the method, the 4-step method that I'd like to share with you. It's the RAIN method. And this is an acronym for R, which is recognizing. So recognize where you're at. Is it anxiety? Is it stress? Or is it guilt? And put some detail on it. Maybe scale it from 1 to 10. The second thing to do is allow. So that's the A in RAIN. Allow to breathe, and breathe without judgment. So let it be. You're not fixing anything. It's just acceptance. Just accept where you are just now. And you can try the breathing technique now with me. So if you put one hand on your chest and one hand on your belly, and you breathe in for 4, and hold for 4, and you breathe out. And when you're breathing out, you're pushing all that air out from your belly. And hold again for 4. And breathe in for 4. And hold for 4. And push it out. And hold for 4. And in for 4. So you get the idea of that flow. Keep following your own pattern of breath. And the main point of this is making sure that your out breath is longer than your in breath. And that will allow you to relax. And it's really easy to do. And the more you do it, the more you feel it in your practice, and you can use it on a daily basis. It's really simple. And yes, you will get thoughts and ideas and things going through your head, but let them be. Let them happen. Meditation isn't necessarily about finding that quiet space and going off and doing this. It's sometimes just easy to do it at your desk. You could do it while you're going for a walk, where you're breathing and looking at the trees and looking at the leaves and appreciating nature and breathing in that air. So that's part of RAIN. And then the third thing is investigate. I want you to really think about when you're actually feeling that anxiety or stress, where is it in your body? Is it in your chest? Is it in your stomach? Do you feel tension somewhere? And when you're breathing, you might be able to locate that. And as you're breathing in, I want you to take in some of the chilled, relaxed air that you're getting in your body and put it to that area. And then when you're breathing out, you want to release that tension the stress and the anxiety and push it away from you. So that's the third thing. And then finally, nurture. So we've gone through recognize, allow, investigate, and now we're nurturing. And what I'd like you to do at this point is describe the feeling with one word. What do I need the most right now? What am I feeling? And then you can use the breath again, using that gentle energy, the warmth that is passing through your body and out, sending a message inside, through your body, inside and all around. And hopefully that will help you feel more relaxed, and those tips and tools will help you through this tricky time and for you to use now and beyond. So thank you so much for listening. I hope that's been useful. And I'm handing back over to Monica now. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Pinky. It was really lovely. I always love to do these breathing exercises with you. It's amazing. So we are going to upload this video on YouTube so that our followers can also access to it, and we'll add all your details in the description of the video and share it on social media so that people can get in touch with you and benefit from your support too. It was really
brilliant.
and
if you do get in touch with me, I'm happy to do a visualization with you as well. Haven't done it today, but I think it's important that when you follow with a visualization, it's really effective.
I will do for sure. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.